Okay, and it's going to be on the Facebook Live, isn't it? In the...
We'll doing Facebook.
Okay.
Okay, we're on Facebook now.
We're on Facebook now.
We're doing Facebook.
I'm sharing right now my story.
Right. It's 9 o'clock now, so let's go.
Okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. And buenos días, buenas tardes, y buenas noches, amigos. Welcome to 2022 ABF Online Talk, Passion for Birding. Wait, once again. Passion por la observación de aves. Is it right? Thank you. So, ABF, again, teams up with WBC, the Worl Birdfairs Council, once again in April. This is the month of America series. And today, we are going to Colombia. Is that exciting? So, very honored. Our speaker today is Fabio. And let me introduce Fabio just briefly. Wait, let some people join us. Okay, right. So, Fabio Arias is one of the top bird guides in Colombia. He has met birds in the year 2000 and become a bird lover ever since. He has done bird counts in many nature reserves, and now he's in the technical committee of the Manizales Birding Congress since the third version. He is guided in a large part of Colombia territory and has involved 3 times of the South American Bird Fair and the British Bird Fair. So, ladies and gentlemen, Señor Fabio Arias, por favor.
Was finding the class.
Gracias.
Hello, everybody. It's hard to say good morning or good night because we don't know exactly where are the people that are watching us in this moment, but it's an honor to be part of this American series and talk about Colombia. That is really, really amazing. And it's a good responsibility because, so to talk about Colombia, we need to talk about the biodiversity of our birds, of our nature, the orchids, the insects that we have many. So tonight in Asia, we're going to talk about one congress that we have been doing for 10 years, and we're going to do what is important for us. But first of all, we're going to just to show you something about Colombia. So why it's really important and why it's so biodiversity Colombia, and then we're going to be focused on the place where the Congress of Bird Watching or Bird Watching Congress is happening, and then we're going to do some presentation about what are we doing with the event, what are we doing. So now I'm going to share the screen, and please let me know if everybody is watching very good the presentation, and also if you are hearing me okay.
Yes, we got it.
You get it?
Very good.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent.
So I'm just watching the presentation. I can't see if maybe someone is raising the hand, but maybe someone has one question. Please just make a question. I'm just gonna stop the presentation. I'm gonna if you have it. So the first thing is that we are located in Colombia. Colombia is a mega diverse country. It's amazing, and we're going to explain why. So to the people that have never been here in Colombia, we have some special details. So I'm going to use this just to try to make one reference. So if you move to this side, move up to the north, you are going to find Panama, Costa Rica, and also North America. And if you go to the south, you're going to find Ecuador, Peru, Brazil, and other countries. This is very important for one thing. One thing is that when the migration is happening in America, many of the birds are coming from the north to the south, and they are coming to this line over here, moving to this side. They come to this point, and then when they came to the south, they are going to find Colombia, and they spread to everywhere. So it means that in Colombia, we get a big percent of the birds that are migrating from the north to the south. And when they are coming from the other side, from the south to the north, some of them are coming to these places like here in the Amazon region. This is just one part of why Colombia is important because of the biodiversity. Just we are talking about one point that are birds that are migrating from the north and from the south. But also another thing that we have in Colombia very special is the places where we are. So the ecosystem that we have in Colombia. So we have many ecosystems like this. So I don't know, maybe you know, but in Colombia we have like the end of the Andes mountain range. The Andes are moving from the west part of South America, and they are coming from here from Ecuador. And in Colombia, they divided in a fork. So they move to the west for this region. So just try to imagine. I know really exactly, but it's just to make an idea. Then another one that is coming from this side, and then another one that is coming to this side. So it means that in Colombia, we have the Andes divided in 3 mountain ranges that we use the name West, Central, and East. So, sorry?
Oh, just go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So then, moving from the flatlands between the mountains, in this way, we have one river that is called Cauca River, and also over here, we have another one that is called Magdalena River. So talking about birds, in this mountain range that is the west, we have completely different birds from the one that we have in the central and from completely different to the one that we have in the east. And this is the top of the mountains. This is really high mountains. And also the river is coming from the flatlands with elevation that are close to 1,000, or maybe this one that is lower than 200. It means that we have different ecosystems between all of these complexes. We have the Chocó, that is a specific region that we share with Panama, with Ecuador. Then we have the west mountain range, and we have the flatlands over here, the Andes mountain range, another flatland, another mountain. Then we have something very nice over here, that we have another flatlands in this region, that we have the Orinoquia, that we share with Venezuela, and also we have over here, in all of these regions, we have the Amazonian region. And more than that, we have over here this point, this specific point that is here, that is amazing, that is the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta. I think it's the highest point in the world, the highest mountain in the world close to the ocean, is literal the highest mountain. So when you are on the beach on that place, you can see the mountain on top, and then when you go to the top of the mountain, you are going to see the sea over there. And this is like an island, a mountain highest in a flat land. And this is very special because all of the endemisms that we have in Colombia are located in this point. This is amazing because when you are birding in the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, and when you go to one point that we call El Dorado, and if you are there, just come to the place, just staying there for 5 minutes, you're going to hear around 8 or 10 endemic birds from Colombia. And then if you have more time, you're going to get the possibility to see it. That make that Colombia will be like very special, talking about all of the biodiversity. Now talking about the numbers, so we are the #1 country in the world, especially in birds, in orchids, and in butterflies. We have already, and we are still counting, we are around 1,954 species of bird, I'm talking about the migration. 158 birds are moving and are using Colombia like a place where they can move into the different places that they are looking for. 82 species endemics, then the endemism, as you know, as I told you, is more representative in places like the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, and those complex, especially the highest mountain that we have in the mountain range that I was explaining to you. And we have, I don't know, maybe you have this concept that we have one specific denomination for birds that we call it near endemic. It's not for science, it's not very common, but for tourism is something representative because when we talk about near endemic, it means that the bird is displayed or is sprayed and is shared with another country. For example, we have many birds. Oh, sorry. We have many birds that we are sharing with Panama because of the Darien and all of this area. We have many birds sharing with Ecuador because of the Choco region. We have many birds over here on top of the Venezuela and also La Guajira, that is the highest part of Colombia. And that's why we have, that's what we use, that concept that is called near endemic. And talking about another things, the biodiversity is representative also in another things like the orchids, and we already have 3,194 species of orchids. That is, it's amazing, and we know exactly that there are many places in Colombia where people haven't gone, and in that places I know that there are many different birds and also orchids that are new for science, and we are still looking for that and looking for that information. And now we're gonna be like concentrated in the place where all of this is happening. And I'm gonna do this with another color because Caldas is one small department. Colombia is divided in small groups that we call departments. We already have 32 departments, and one of these is located over here in this point, more or less. I'm not being exactly. But something that I wanted to tell you and to make that you take in mind is that Caldas is in the central mountain range and is close to the two big rivers that we have in Colombia, that is the Cauca River and the Magdalena River. And now I'm going to try to explain Caldas. I'm just doing a zoom of Caldas. It's not as big as it's shown in the map. Remember how big it was, so small. So Caldas is just 1% of the territory of Colombia, and we have, talking about the numbers that we were talking later, we have 818 species of birds. 78 are the migratory birds because they are using the way to change from the Cauca River to the Magdalena River, and they are using that mountain to change to the other side of the mountain, and they continue to the Amazonia, to the flatlands, or to the place where they are going. 25 endemic birds we have here in the department, and some of them, as I told you, are exactly at the top of the mountain that I'm going to show one picture of the mountain just to try to take an idea of how is this territory. And 76 are near endemic. Remember that we're talking about near endemic. And this is Caldas. Is just like a mixture of different things. We have one emblem, one symbol that is called the Nevado del Ruiz, that is a snow-capped mountain. That is this one, the first picture over here. I'm going to change with a pointer. So this one is the snow-capped mountain or Los Nevados National Park. It's one of the last snow-capped mountains that we have in Colombia, and close to this area is an ecosystem in the lower part of the highest mountain that is called Páramo, and we're going to talk later about Páramo. And then we are full of forests around the city, and the city is like this, the one that you can see over here. And then in the lower part, we have one special thing is because we are producing coffee. We have large plantation of coffee in our land, and it's going to make like a mixture of many ecosystems, as I told you. So we have ecosystem from 170 meters to 5,400 meters above the sea level. So just try to imagine how crazy it is to do a tour going from 100 meters to 5,000 meters, and how many species can you see in that elevation. So the answer is the number that I told you, more than 800 species of birds in that elevation. And you can do this trek using, of course, a car coming from the low part to the high spot or to the other way. You can do it in maybe 3 days, looking for the specialities of the places. So this is the highest ecosystem. The ecosystem, this one is called like Páramo, or the highest part of the mountain. So it's coming from 4,000 meters to 5,400 meters. The highest point, like the summit, will be this point over here. When we have a crater that is also active, this one. It looks like this one, but no, the crater is over here. So in the lower part, over here, so close to this region, we have the Páramo. The Páramo is one specialty of the world, and we have the Páramo, 2 species of birds that are endemic from Colombia, and they are just restricted to the area around of this national park. One of those birds, one of these is called the rufous-fronted parakeet, that is just found in this place, in this kind of ecosystem. And the other one is the amazing Buffy helmet crest, that is also used as the emblem of the Aviturismo Congress. That we're gonna check it, how it looks like. This ecosystem is very important for us because it's providing water to many people that is living in the lower parts. So behind this big mountain, there is another big area of places that are growing different things like rice, like sugar cane, and it's going to the Magdalena Valley. If you go to this side of the mountain, you are coming to the Cauca Valley, and this is the place where we are. Sorry. Okay. This is another ecosystem in Caldas that is going from 2,300 to 4,000. This is more like talking about the agriculture is more like productive. So here we have one I think it could be like a problem because we have extensive plantations and extensive grasslands. From here this side, so people produce meat and also milk. This place is full of cows, but more of that, the ecosystem that we have, all of these forests, is full of good birds like the black-backed bush tanager, also the crescent-faced ampita, the rainbow-bearded thornbill, and many other specialities are located in this highest part of the mountain. And going over to 2,300, we have the cloud forest, as people know it, and this is good for another types of birds like the specialities like the brown-banded ampita, and also the gray-breasted mountain toucan and the black-billed mountain toucan are like the targets that people are looking in the high mountain. Then we move to the lower part from 1,600 to 2,300. One important thing is Manizales is located in 2,150 meters above the sea levels. That's why this ecosystem is very familiar for us because it's like the things that we have close to our house. So now I'm living in the city, but if I want to go to the forest, I'm just gonna lay around 10 minutes to go to the forest. So everything is really close to me. And it's very special because I'm just talking that in 10 minutes I'm gonna be in this kind of forest. But in 25 minutes from the place where I'm living, if I move to the top of the mountain, in 25 minutes probably I'm gonna be close to the snow-capped mountain. And if we do the same thing to the other side and we move 25 minutes to the lower part, we're gonna be in 1,000 meters. That's amazing because people in Colombia, they can join the birds depending on the schedule that you have. So it's really easy to move in this territory. Then we move to the other side that I told you, from 170 to 1,600. So in this side of the mountain, we don't have that elevation of 170. It's in the other side of the mountain that I told you that is called the Magdalena River. But here, the lower altitude in this side, this is the Cauca River, it's going to be maybe 900 meters. But 900 meters is a good elevation for different kind of birds, like the manakins. We also have many manakins coming over here, like the estrelated manakin, like the golden-headed manakin, white beaver, and also white collar monkey. They are found in this region. And we have like anthrax, like the bar-crested anthrax, and also the Parker's antbird that is endemic and is found in this location. That's something related with the biodiversity, and this is another different way of how the ecosystem is mixing with the city and how the city is in the mountain. So this is the Manizales city. This is a view of the nice Manizales city, and behind of the city is this mountain. If you remember the first picture about the national park, the snow cap mountain will be here on top of the city. Now the cloud is not leaving us to see the big mountain. But that's a normal landscape that you will have if you are in Manizales. So from the city, you will see the mountain. And all of this area over here is the big range where you can find the specialities in the highest mountain. Manizales is rich in different things. So talking about the cultural and the story about Manizales. Manizales is a city that is called the University City. But it's because we have many universities and many people from Colombia are coming to study here, and we have around 500,000 population in the city, and a big percent of them are people that are like transitory. They are just coming to the city to study, and when they finish their career, they just move to the original city where they are coming from. That makes that Manizales will be like, especially talking about culture. So here in the city, the people is very kind. They are always like responding very well if you are asking to them, and also if you are in the city and you are looking for a location or something special, so people will tell you without any problem. So we are very kind. We have one fair in the first month of the year in January, maybe the first week of the second week. We have one fair that is called Manizales Fair, and it's full of different activities like big parades, like like parties, and also we are including. Sorry, okay. So and it's also we are like trying to incorporate to the fair. We are incorporating activities related with birds. So because people is coming to the city so looking for in the fair, looking for the cultural activities like the parties and also the parades. But we're going to get many people, and we are trying to make that people is trying to change the mentality of the city is just going to be like the place of the party, and we are trying to change the mentality to make that the people they will go to the natural reserve that we have. This is another special point that we have. As I told you, we are located in one specific range where we produce coffee. Coffee. You can in Colombia you can find plantations of coffee from maybe 1,200 meters to 1,800 meters. And remember the elevation that I was telling you about where is the city, and of course the coffee is a product that is very representative, and we are included in the denomination of the coffee landscape heritage, and that's why, and that is important because many of the warblers that are coming from the US, they are looking for that elevation. And now in the city and in the department, we are trying to combine the production of coffee with the trees that need to be in the location to make that the warblers are visiting and continue visiting us, because we know that in some places the population of the warblers that are visiting Colombia, they are going down, and we need to recuperate that thing. One of those, we have one special report of warblers that are coming to Colombia, and we know that they are in danger, or they are vulnerable, or something like that. We have the golden wing, and also the cerulean warbler and the Canada warbler. Are the warblers that are coming to the mid side of the ecosystem. And now talking about our event, about the Congreso de Aviturismo, that we will try to translate in English. Congreso, it will be easy because it's a congress. But Aviturism, it would be something like exactly the things that you can do related with birds when you are moving to the other side. But we are more than just Aviturism. We are trying with this event to promote new destinations in the place where we are living. So at the beginning, when we decided to create one congress, it was just like an international meeting of bird watching. So people that was doing like bird watching activities, we were trying to do a special meeting. The first one was in 2009, and we tried to do that things. So just to make that people visit Manizales, visit Caldas, and with that things, we are going to show many of the places that now are very, how I say, very like good location for birding is like probably like the things that I'm trying to say. Then in 2012 we did the second one, and in 2013 we did the third one, and this is something important because we were trying to make the people visit Manizales to show to them. We were trying to show to them different birds that are not in our territory. So we in one for example version of the international meeting, we decided to talk about the wetlands. And our location is not really good for wetlands. We have many, so we have different wetlands in our territory. But we know that, for example, Brazil and the north part of Colombia, they have really amazing wetlands. And check this poster in the second one. We have this amazing heron that is called the agami heron, and it's not easy to see it in the place where we are. So I haven't seen it. So this bird is amazing, and we were posting this picture in the second international meeting, and we were telling to the people, hey, please come to us. And we were using birds that are not related with the place where you are going to be. But this, for example, this one was nice. This is the rusty face parrot. This is located over here. But just to take an idea of what we were doing at the beginning. Then we decided to change, and now the name of the event is called Congreso de Aviturismo, or Aviturism Congress, and we were better focused. So we were doing something like using an emblem that would be representative of this area. Remember that I told you about the Buffy helmet crest in the parallel ecosystem? This is the amazing Buffy helmet crest with this amazing colorful beard, and it's a special bird because it's endemic and it's just restricted to the place where we are. So if someone wants to visit Colombia, and someone in any place of the world want to visit and to know and want to see this kind of bird, they have to visit Manizales, because in Manizales is the place where you can see it in a better way. Of course, you can be around the mountain in another departments or in other cities, but to try to get this bird, you need to walk for a long way. In this case, from Manizales to the national park, as I told you, later around 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and then you are going to be in the place where this bird is easy to see. Now, if we focus all of the activities in birds that are related with our territory, why don't we use this bird like the emblem of the Congress? And now you can see it. This is the emblem of the Congress, and it's very representative, like the bird of the bird. And this is the Buffy helmet crest. We decided to do the first one in 2015, but remember that was the fourth, sorry. But was the first that was used like a Congress. Then we decided to use it and to do it in 2015, 2016, and 2017. And then having something special in 2017, we already know about the South American Bird Fair. We already know about Horacio, the one that was talking the last week. And Horacio invited us to make a presentation in the South American Bird Fair in Argentina, in San Isidro, and to talk about why is Colombia special to make the South American Bird Fair version in Colombia. And we were there, and we did a presentation talking about the benefits of to have one fair like that in our territory. and all of the trajectory that we already have, and how this trajectory will be used for the South American Bird. And that's why in 2018 we did simultaneously the 8th version of the South American Bird Fair with the Congress. So that was special because it was the first time that in Colombia we did the Bird Fair, and that was the first time that also in Colombia we did it in Manizales, and that was amazing. Many people was here. People from Colombia, of course, many people from Colombia, but we have people from many places of the world. Some of them because we were inviting to them to participate because we want that they just tell to the people of the experience that we have. But more than that, we have more people that were just, they were following like the South American Bird Fair, and they were here. That was important for us because people will know more about what we are doing. Then we did it again in 2021, the Congress, so the South American Bird Fair the last year, sorry, and in 2019 we did the Congress. And this is like the trajectory, the trajectory that we have. The last year we did again the South American Bird Fair, and as you know, in 2020 we did not do the Congress, even the Bird Fair, because you know all of the pandemic and all of the situation that everybody knows. So we have invited many experts and expositors to this place. I know you know some people from here. For example, please, if someone is here and I don't really know the name, please forgive me. Horacio, we have Bruno Carvalho, we already have Luis Urueña, Andrew Sebastian, I know that you know from Asia. Greg Homel, Herbert Yaluhanga from Africa, some people from Colombia, and many of the people, someone's here. Victor, Mike, you are here, many from here. And there were many people from different parts of the world, and we were inviting them to a specific points, and I'm going to tell you why we're inviting to all of these people. Some of the people that you are watching in this presentation are people that are related with birds in many ways. One, because they are promoting events that teach to the people to conserve the areas and then protect the birds. Many people because they are working with tourism and they are involved in these activities. And we wanted to know how they are doing in the place where they are coming from. We have people in this presentation that are taking professional pictures, and we wanted to teach to the people that are coming to the Congress how to take good pictures. We have people in this presentation that know how to use the art like a tool to teach to the young people, for example, people that paint and draw very well, and we were doing workshops to make that the people will learn more techniques about that. And we are inviting people to tell us what they are doing in their private research, and that's something important because we are always thinking in how we can bring more information to the people that are coming to the Congress. What are we doing exactly in the Congress? The first thing is that the normal one that you can see in different activities like this in the world, like affairs, like Congress, that we are divided like in two specific focus. One of those are Congress, and the other one is birding activities. The Congress are related with the things that I told you. They are focusing one specific point that we know that people will learn about that. And the birding, we are doing in the territory that I told you, in the high part of the mountain, in the low part of the mountain. And it's something special because every year we are trying to get another new place to be part of the places that people are going to be birding. That's good because people is trying to promote their lands and promote their research because they know they wanted to be part of the Congress. It means that someone has a grassland and now change the mentality and now is just trying to make a special conservation in that land. The people is doing something specific and telling to us, hey, I want to be part of the Congress and I want to be part as a place for birding. Then we're gonna do one visit there and we're gonna check what they are doing, and they get one special qualification for that, and we will include it in the next year sites of birding. That's good because people is changing the mentality, and with events like this, people is doing something special with nature. They say, so if we are there and we change this activity that we are doing, probably the next year we are being included there, and we are like promoting also the conservation, and we also are promoting that people is getting involved in these activities related with nature and tourism, and birds, of course. And those are the conferences. Conferences are in different places. In one, so we are located normally in one place that is with different stages. So one is like one auditorium for many people, another one is really small for the workshops, and also we have here Asian Bird Fair at the photography close to Herbert Garahanga. I think it's Victor. I don't know. So. Also, we have the workshops. I don't know if you know this guy that is doing the presentation here. This guy is Tim Appleton from England, and he was telling us how to do or how to change the normal farm that the people have, how to change it and become in a reserve. And he was explaining that, and people are participating simultaneously to the congress. So that's something important. So normally the congress will be on weekend, Saturday and Sunday, but the workshop will be on Friday. And the workshop are going to be simultaneously. The workshop will be of painting, maybe the photography, maybe how to be a good guy, how to become in a natural reserve, and they are simultaneously. People will be inscribed. They need to be inscribed in one of the workshops, and they are going to do it just one time at a time. So this is just an example of the workshops. So this is Camilo Maldonado over here from Chile, doing a special explanation about how to draw good birds. Really good drawer. Over here, part of the results. He's Horacio. Horacio is talking about how to be a good guy. And over here, we have also Emanuela Verde from Colombia that is just showing about the how to paint good birds. This is a whole entire also. And then another thing that we are doing is including the children in these activities. So simultaneously to do all of the activities, we create a special group of people that know many things about birds, and we are like going with this group to the schools around the city. And some of the schools that we know that they are working with birds, and we are doing special workshops and special presentation, and also we are inviting to them to do like some presentation about what they are doing, or in so many cases we are just teaching to them how to birding. We are playing with them. That is what they do normally. And we are trying to involve in these activities because we know that we already don't know, but we are in the way to know that they are going to be the new guides, the new people that are going to be doing and working for preservation. And that's why for us it is very important to be focused with the children, because we know that they are going to be part of this Congress in the future. So this is another activity that we do the last Congress. So I mean before of the pandemic and we did something special that we call it Birds in Art. We did a special exposition about the drawers and the artists and the painters that are working with birds, but they are like professionals. So one picture or one draw of this is very expensive, but we were trying just to do something more like, how I told you, more like polite, more seriously. So of course we are birding doing that thing with a special dress for birding, but he was more like serious. And people we were trying to include people that were not trying to be part of the birding activities, but they wanted to know more about the birds, but just going to one special room full of cocktails and big sceneries for photography and also for painters. And that was very special because the last year when we did not do it, people was asking for this, and we say, okay, it's something that the people want again, and we are thinking to do it again, and we wanted to be that this person in art will be part of the Congress because we are trying to do things, new things, and if we know that people is just saying it's a good activity, so we just leave it there. If not, we decided not to do it the next year. But this one, Birds in Art, will come the next at the end of this year. That will be the 10th version of the Aviturismo Congress. So we have commercial fair where people can buy many of the draws that they know that the artists are selling. Also, we have like handcrafts or maybe the research that are working around the city that want to be like want to do like an exposition about them, about their lands. Or maybe if you want to buy a camera or you want to test a camera or a pair of beams like a binoculars, so you can just get one camera for one of the birding activities, and at the end of the activities, you will say if you like the camera or not. But we are doing something like that, especially with Sony, and also we are doing the activity with the binoculars with the brand of Vortex. But we are open to many of the brands that want to be here in the Congress because we know that people are looking for the tools for good birding. So you can find in this commercial fair books, pointers, binoculars, places where you want to go to birding. Also, companies that are promoting activities of birding. It's a really good commercial fair, and it will be like in the mid times of the presentation in the Congress. So at the end of the Congress, we just get, sometimes we get like 10 or 15 minutes. The commercial fair is going to be close to the saloon, and people they just go out of the saloon. They just going to be at the commercial fair, and they just go into the saloon just for the next presentation. And something really, really, really important for the people that are visiting in our Congress are the birding activities. I'm gonna just try to tell easily the places that we have for birding. So in this color, in yellow color, we have the lower parts. So it means that the elevation is coming from the left to the right. So this is the national park over here in this corner. This is the snow cap mountain that I told you that you checked it in the first presentation. And then, so this is Manizales, is what I told you. So if you are here in Manizales, these green points are the points that are in this elevation, probably to 2,300, 1,600. And then if you go up, then you get highest elevation, like this one, where you have places that probably you know, like the Rio Blanco Reserve, like Bosques Czech Natural Reserve, like over here maybe you have Hacienda del Bosque that is also very famous right now, Hotel Termales del Ruiz that is really famous because of the hummingbirds. Sorry, so this is the Termales del Ruiz over here. And also the main entrance of the national park where this is the place where you can find the puppy helmet press and the Rufus fronted parakeet in this way. In here, in this elevation, close to Manizales, people is looking for the crested tanager, that is also endemic, the grayish spiculate, I don't know, maybe the Parker's andbird is another interesting bird over here. And of course, this area, the low part, from here to the left side, is full of tanager, like the bay-headed tanager, that is one of the most representative in this area, like the scrap tanager, that is also near endemic. And in the lowlands over here, it is wetlands, this one that is called Amiguagua, and this one that is called San Francisco. So you are going to add more birds to your list. because remember that all of this is forest and this one are wetlands. And here you can get many of the herons or maybe the egrets that you want to include the pygmies. Those are the activities of birding. So checking for the dress that the people are wearing, you know where they are. So as you know, as you can see, they are using t-shirts, and you see that you can get the arm of this guy. It means that he's in the lower part. And then you get this group of guys that are using jackets, and also this here, pointing. Look, I'm using a pointer, just a pin. And we are here in Termales del Ruiz. This is the stage of Termales del Ruiz, and all of the hummingbirds are going over here, coming to this garden, and also in here, in front of this group, is a banana feeder, where easily you can see the scarlet belly mountain tanager and also the Lacrimose mountain tanager are visiting this point. We're here, we have like in the medium size. This is one farm that is very close to the city. This one right here. This is a public reserve that is really cheap to be here. So you can also you don't need to pay to go to this place. So it's really easy to visit many of these places in Colombia, and those are the birding activities that we're. So just come to the end of the presentation. I just wanted to show to you some of the birds that I know that you wanted to see in Colombia, and all of these are in the place where we are doing the Congress, the place where I'm living right now. This is the golden-headed manatee. Remember that is in the lower part of the mountain. This is from the medium size of the mountain. This is the crimson-back tanager. This is mustache puffbird. We just have, in this side of the mountain, we just have this kind of puffbird. We just get the mustache, but it's really special. This is one of the amazing tanagers that we have in the region. This is the golden tanager. And this is the beautiful male of a red-headed barbet. This is fully sprayed in different places from the medium size to the lower part. So they are this bird is visiting some farms on some location with banana feeders, and you can get a good view of good scene for him, and also if you have a camera, you're going to take a good picture of him. This is another specialty from the lower part. This is the amazing crimson brown toucanet, and this is another specialty. It's not easy to see, but it's a vulnerable species of bird that we have in our area that is called the black and chestnut eagle. This is a juvenile because when they are old, they are going to change the color for this color that maybe you can see on the neck over here. It's going to move to this side. It's going to be like a chestnut coloring here, and the rest of the body will change to be black. When it's adult, it's an amazing bird, and it's one of the top targets that we have in our region. This is another top target. This is more from the highest part of the mountain. This is an amazing crescent-faced amphieta. This is a special place that we have close to the national park. And it's very special because this amphieta is not endemic. It's just in Colombia and in Ecuador. But just here in Colombia is the most active feeder that we have. So if you go to that point, you have maybe 90% of possibility to see it. That is a good possibility. And we know that maybe 5 years ago, it was a life for many people, and now if you are visiting Colombia and you are here close to the city, so you can go to this site, and of course you're gonna put it in your pocket this bird, including the gray-breasted mountain chuca, the Ecuadorian amphieta, the bar frutito, that are some of the birds that are visiting this point. And this is the bronzy Inca. We have around 45 different hummingbirds in this location. It means that you move from 1,000 to 4,000. You are going to add 45 different species of hummingbirds in your list, including this bronzy Inca, Buffy, swordbill, the white-vented plumlet deer, from the lowlands to the highlands. This is the amazing black-billed mountain toucan. It's in a feeder. An amazing thing is that the people that are involved with all of these activities, they are very worried about to make that the birds are coming to the feeders and make that people will visit them. And there was one guy that he was working with toucans, and he just doing something special, and it's related with the observation. He was on the field and he was just checking what was the toucan eating, and he saw one like a small ball, black ball, and he said, "Oh, that ball is very similar to a grape." And he decided to put grapes on the feeder, and he makes that the toucan visit the feeders. And all the toucans that you can find in the city, in Manizales, and that's how the toucans are coming to the feeders. It's because they are feeding with grapes. That's amazing, also. And also with the grapes are coming more birds, not only with bananas. This is the whole mountain tanager coming to the feeder because of the grapes. And this is the really amazing puppy helmet vest. That is the emblem of our Congress. We also have one picture that shows us the people that are being in our event. So maybe you check this one. This was the international meeting that I was telling you. This one from the left side. And then we were changing, and now those are one of the ones being like a Congress, the one over here. And then maybe you know those two ones that probably Horacio showed to you the last week. This is the picture of I was here with the South American Bird Fair and including our Congress. So now we are inviting you if you want to participate in the next 10th version, our 10 years of the Aviturismo Congress. If you are interested to visit us, please let us know with Victor, or you want to follow our social medias to know more about these details, or to want to get more information about how you can be here. If you need information about the hotels, the price of to be part of and participate in the Congress, just please contact us. The social media is Aves Caldas. That's in the lower part of this presentation. And we are very thank you to Victor and to Mike and to ABF for this space to talk about the presentation. And I'm going to try to...
Okay, thank you so much.
Everybody's here.
Right, thank you, Fabio. You did a wonderful presentation.
Thanks to you for giving us this space to talk about the birds of the region.
We're so impressed to see how they work hard and serious to attract more people for birding in the field, to attract more people to go to Manizales, to go to Colombia, and they only want to try to influence more people. It's really amazing, and we share one thing in common, is that the passion for birding. That's wonderful to know that. Excellent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have questions to Fabio.
Easy, please.
Yeah, I see a hand showing. Is it Harriet?
Yes.
Yes.
Great presentation, Fabio. I asked to you, what has been the incident of the festival in attracting bird watchers, and what kind of help do they receive to the Colombian government?
So at the beginning, we were trying to do something like alone. We know that it's very, very expensive when we are trying to do these activities if you are working alone. And it's going to be hard when we say that the price will be really high and people won't be part of the activities. But the government is providing us some money. With that money, we can cover some of the things like the experts, to invite the expert, the flights of the experts. And also we have some partners in the region, some people that want to be part, like the how we say, the municipalities, like the alcaldías that we have in this region, the private companies, they are providing money, and we are just doing something, and then we are gonna cover, and we're gonna get the price. The price will be really, really low. So if you remember all of the things that we are doing, the conference that we are watching, including the food, we are bringing the alimentation to the people, the lunch and some snacks and all of the things for the 3 days. For a person that wants to be part of the Congress, it's gonna cost around $50, 50 US dollars. So at the beginning, it was close to 200 US dollars, but now with all of the help that we have from the government, now we can say that it will be something like that. And also we are bringing to the participants, we are bringing some stuff like a T-shirt of the event. We're bringing some I don't know, maybe something special for them that is included in the price.
Thank you.
Con mucho gusto, claro.
Okay, I see a hand showing iPhone 13 Pro Max. If you have any question, just go ahead and ask him. Hello. It's the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I guess it's Harriet. You're showing your hand. Are you asking any question? If not, let's go to Pancho. Pancho?
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Fabio. Nice presentation. I want to ask how coordinated is the bird fairs, because last week we heard we had a bird fair that I signed to in Cusco that is only 2 or 3 weeks close to the bird fair in Manizales. It's hard so close to be in both bird fairs. So do you organize all the South American bird fairs separately, or you have a coordination when to have the bird fairs? That's the question. Thank you.
So Francisco, so when we have the South American Bird Fair in Colombia, so the 2 times that I have been here have been in Manizales. But the first time we learned that there is a special committee of the International Bird Fair, of the South American Bird Fair, and they are just we are working together. So they are doing some special things because there is a way to be the South American Bird Fair, and there is another way, another things that we are doing like a Congress. We try to mix. So they can match easily because we are doing both. We are doing presentations, we are doing burden activities, and we are doing like a commercial fair. It's really easy to share and to make a match with both, but we have separated like coordination. When the fair is here in Colombia, so the leaders of the fair, they decide what need to do, and us as a Congress, we decide what need to do, and we just talk about that, and it's easy to coordinate. And the first time that we did it, we understand how to do it, and now that we did it the last year, that was completely easy. We just say we are ready to do it again here if you want in Colombia. We contact to Horacio, that is like the head of the South American Bird Fair, and we just coordinate everything. The good thing is that in Colombia, when you are doing the South American Bird Fair, also the government is adding more money to help to do the activity here. But it's easy to coordinate. I don't know maybe if I answered your question, or you need probably.
Yeah, I was just thinking that it's too close one to the other because it's only 3 weeks.
It's at the same time. So yeah, when they are in Colombia, they are at the same time. But when they are, so it's hard. In Colombia, it's really hard because we have many fairs right now. So we have one in Tolima, one in the coast, one in the Amazon region, one in the Pacific, We have many, and in Colombia, inside
Birdfairs.
we have exactly or fairs, bird fairs, congress, or something related with birds. What we do is that we have a special chat, a WhatsApp chat, and we say we try to do one schedule. But for example, we know we have our time. We know because I think we are the oldest conference that we have in Colombia, and everybody knows that this conference will be at the end of the year, and the rest of the congress and the bird fairs they decided to be in different months. And it's easy when we have probably 8 or 10 different activities because we have one probably each month. But now in Colombia, many new places are using these activities as a tool for conservation, and they wanted to do a special fair. And when they are doing a special fair, there is like no space on the schedule, and that will be hard. But when people is doing outside of Colombia, like the International Big Fair, South American Bird Fair, so they are doing at the same time. So, but we don't have any problem with that because we have like the people that know that wanted to visit Manizales, and I know that the South American Bird Fair, they have the person that wanted to go to the fair. But this is really counting very high. For example, I want to be to the South American Bird Fair in Peru, but I also want to be, and I need to be here in this one. So we need to go fast to that one and come back.
Me too. I want to be there and with you and everywhere.
Okay.
We have to split. We can coordinate better.
Okay.
Perhaps for the watchers who live far away, we can make a circuit of fairs. Could be made starting with Panama, Colombia, and Peru this year, because Panama is the first in the calendar, and Colombia, Manizales is the second, and Peru is the third.
That's a good invitation.
Yeah, because it's like a month. In Panama is 20 to 23 October, and Colombia is 10 of 13 November, and Peru is the last. It's like a month.
Yeah, we need to rent a car and pull in the car.
Yeah, and visit another countries and another places in each country.
Right.
It's a good time to be watchers.
Yeah, I remember in the beginning years of ABF, we tried to organize all the bird fairs in Asia. We separate the times like 1 week here and 2 or 3 weeks after there and 2 or 3 there. It works okay in the beginning, but then people have their own ideas, and then you just leave it. I mean, it's really difficult.
It's hard to organize people.
That's right.
Well, we've actually flown from, I did from Colombia, fly back to Asia, and in 2 days, attend the Asian Bird Fair in Taiwan. I think Andrew almost missed his flight from Manizales to back to Taiwan.
Well, maybe next step, if we can, organize the bird fair in one country, maybe continental bird fairs, like in October, in which continent, in November and December. I don't know. Maybe we can do that.
Hopefully.
we cover a flight and we fly over the world for the bird fairs.
Yeah, just like the birds.
To learn how to manage the birds, go to all of the fairs.
But well, I had good experience in Manizales. It's a very nice place. The weather is it's perfect weather, and birds are excellent. When the moment I saw Biriding hermit crest, it was amazing. It's in the middle of the mountain. It's just a very thick forest, and you see a bird there. It's really amazing. I love that. Biriding hermit crest.
With us is Herbert Berlanga from Africa. Hello, Herbert. Herbert also was here. I saw you.
Herbert, yeah.
Herbert, you want to say something?
I had a fantastic time in the Colombia with Fabio, and he's made a fantastic presentation. I'm very, very happy about it. He's brought, Colombia looks like Uganda, so I'm just at home. Only that we have sandbirds, they have hummingbirds, so, but the rest we are.
Yes, yes.
Yes, close to 45 different species of hummingbirds, so close to us. So we have more than 168, 60 something in Colombia, but here in the region, more than 45.
Right. Before we take more questions, let's take a group photo.
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Fabio.
Yes. Please open your camera. Let me see your face. We will take 2 group photos because there are too many people. Okay, let's take the first one. Tango Spark.
Techno.
No, Techno. Yeah, Techno.
Techno Spark. Daphne, Valentina, Daniela.
Daphne.
A que prendan sus cámaras para que tomemos una fotografía grupal.
Valentina.
Por un momento. Valentina.
Fabio, you're a bit dark, Fabio. Put on some light. See your handsome face.
Yeah.
Montes.
Daphne, Valentina, are you still with us? All right, okay. Let's take the first group photo, right? Look at the camera, smile, don't make funny faces, and let's go. Okay, thank you. Let's take the second one. Here we go. Alexander, Mercy. Hey, people, come on.
They're working.
Oh, they are working. All right. It's working done in Colombia. Okay, thank you. Let's take the second one. 1, 2, 3. Go. Thank you. All right,
Thank you, Fabio.
let's giving the dialogue, giving more questions to
Yeah,
Fabio.
I have a question, Fabio.
Yes.
Firstly, great presentation from the bird fairs and the tours. I assume is coming. Do you see a trend that there are younger bird watchers coming up, or what is the trend that you see, especially in Colombia, in terms of demographics? Yeah?
No, so you mean about orchids?
Sorry.
No, I do not understand what you say. Sorry, Andrew.
Oh, demographics. How young are the bird watchers or photographers? Are the age groups getting younger, or is it still maintaining at mid-age and older like some of us?
So photographers in Colombia, means Colombian people. It's talking about Colombia because we know that now many people is coming to Colombia. Many people is trying to take pictures of Colombia. But if you say inside of Colombia, Colombian people, so there's just a small group of people that now has the ability and the way to get money to get their special cameras. But we know that many people now, the young people, is interested in birding, so bird watching and also photography of birds. Because now many places in Colombia are working with these things, with the natural perches and trying to make figures to take good pictures, and it will be easy. But now, I think maybe it's more the young people that is interested in taking pictures than the older people. Because now many of the old people that is taking pictures in Colombia are probably retired or people that are having like good big cameras and have different social development because it's expensive. So the dollar here in Colombia is really, really expensive. And it means that if you have a big camera, it's because you have a lot of money.
Sorry about your football team, okay? Sorry.
I don't remember. Yeah, I think so. Canon, Sony, and of course Nikon.
Okay. If there's a question, if there any?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, Herbert.
It's almost similar to Sebastian. Fabio, I remember when I came to Colombia, I made a presentation about women batters. Has there been any improvement about women batters in Colombia? That you see many young women coming to batting?
Sorry, Heather?
My question is, when I came to Colombia, I made a talk about women batters. Is there any improvement? Do you see many more women join batting now?
We have many. So we need to divide it like in two groups. We have many like professional ones. So some ladies and some women that can do like a tour leader in Colombia, in all of Colombia. I recognize probably four or five of them that if you need a leader, a guide to go around Colombia, you just bring to this group, to this lady, and I know that exactly everywhere. But we are with this event that we are doing the Congress, we are trying to promote one thing that we call like the clubs of birding. So people that are just doing like the initiation in birding, they are just beginning birding, and we have many ladies, many small that are involved in this. We don't know what they are going to do, but we know that there are many of them that now we are involved in this activity. And they are just little girls that we know that probably in 5 or 7 years, if they continue doing these activities, probably they are going to be the new guides in Colombia and outside of Colombia. But this is more representative, or it's more like, I don't know, if we try to do a percent, we can do that probably would be 60% would be boys and 40% ladies in the clubs that we have right now in this area. And we know because we are connected in Colombia with the different groups and organizations that it's really common that our ladies are more involved in these tourism activities.
Okay, so Victor, I have one request.
Yeah.
Of all the members, I am calling upon you to join us for the International Conference for Women Batters 2023 December. So I put the link on the chat room. You can click on the website and put your dates clear. You come and join us. Bella, I don't see you here. You're expected. Bella, you expect to join us on the board. You can send me your email address. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, Herbert, I will put the link on our Facebook so people can share it. No problem.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the website too. Yes. All right. If there's no more questions, let's thank Fabio again. Fabio, gracias. Great presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Excellent presentation.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So next week we're going to Brazil.
Wow.
Yep, Gudo will tell us about AV Star, the bird fair in Brazil. And Gudo, used to work with us last year and this time talking about bird fairs. So let's look forward to his presentation. So thank you, Fabio, again. Thank you all our friends from Asia, from Europe, from South America, from the world.
Africa.
And Africa too, yes.
Central America.
Thank you so much. And see you next week, same time, same here again. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Gracias.
Bye-bye.
Gracias.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Mike.
Bye-bye. Gracias.
Thank you, Fabio.
Bye, Andrew. Bye, Victor. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.